You're very welcome back. Now, our next guest has been lapping the rest of us pretty much all of his life, which is what has made him a champion race walker and 5-time Olympian.
Having just announced his retirement this week, he's joining us now in studio to tell us all about it. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning.
Hi, Rob. Welcome.
Retired. You're only a young fella.
I'm pushing on now. I'm 40 now, like.
What was it like? You're only 4, I remember 40 to you.
How dare you?
Ask you, the decision, that final decision to say, right, that's it, I'm going to call it a day. How long was that building up?
The last 2-3 years was like when I started recognising that animal wasn't there and things were starting to dwindle and the demands that I was having to make on my family at home and other people helping me, and friendships were starting to strain over it.
Really?
And, because it's such a selfish sport, like, and you have to be completely 100% in it, and you can't see anything else.
It's interesting that you use that word, that animal, because you really do have to put the head down, selfish.
And that's it. And
passion.
Yeah, you have to love it, and nothing else in the world is important. Like, and you're always looking for them gains. And I think then when you start getting a bit more relaxed, and you kind of go, there's more to life.
There's more to life,
There's more to life.
And your attitude alters a little bit.
And then you start recognising it in younger fellas who are pure raw. And then you start going, oh no, I'm not like that anymore, and I was. And you start recognising other little things.
But that's okay, Rob, because, sorry, how many decades has your career spanned? 3 decades?
3 decades, yeah.
Like, that's incredible.
It is ferocious.
Do you know, at that level?
Yeah, I know, it's mad, and it's only stepping back now out of it.
Yeah. Can we talk about the career highlights, first of all? So Moscow has to be
Moscow was number one. It was like the pinnacle. It was a reward for everything, for all of the upsets, for all of the disasters and the disappointments.
And that was gold medal, world champion.
That was gold medal, and it felt like the easiest one.
Did it really?
Really?
Yeah, because everything was just perfect. You know, I was just completely in the zone.
In terms of what, the preparation,
the prep, like me and Marion that year worked so well together. It was a really nice year. I was just really happy, you know, and.
That's a great shot, isn't it?
Yeah, and Marion finished her career and we had the pressure. Mara was in London as well, and after it was like just everything was centred around me and me.
Yeah, you're a big May Feiner, because let's tell viewers, in case they're not aware, Marion had her own professional career going on. Marion didn't only run the house and mother to 4 kids.
She ran the 400
She ran you,
as well.
but she also sacrificed her own professional career. Would that be fair to say, Rob?
She did. Like, she sacrificed doing like a degree. She had to stop doing her degree in UCC when she came on board helping me, and then she came on board as my full-time coach in 2013 when she decided like that she has done everything she could in her own athletics career. So it was a real kind of family effort as well. And even with the kids, Cahill and Megan at the time, I felt like retiring after London because I just missed the medal at the time, which ended up being a medal. And they were like, no, Dad, we want you to go on. And I was like, you don't mind that I'm going to be missing weekends at matches and races? And they're like, no, we love that you're doing this. So it was a big family effort, you know.
Of course, and the whole family needs to be invested and focused, don't they?
Yeah, and they need to understand. And I was very lucky. What I thought was normal, it was normal, but no stepping outside, I was very lucky that I had that.
But now that you do have time to breathe, do you look back and think Marion was quite an extraordinary person to have in your life, and is?
Yeah, she was very, very strong, and I was very, very demanding. And it's only now when I moved into other areas in the workplace and even doing Dancing with the Stars, and I see the amount of help that people get, the demands that I put on her.
Yeah.
And not even and other people who have been involved with me, like even Liam last year. You really need to have a person who really understands what you're trying to achieve. But you know, when you have volunteers doing 10 professional roles, it does cause a strain eventually, you know.
Of course.
It's interesting when you mention, when you talk about Dancing with the Stars, and you were talking to Anne about it before we came on air, that it gave you a different view on the world in terms of a team effort. Yeah. Because you were so used to just yourself and Marion, you were trying blah, blah, blah.
It was phenomenal. I couldn't get over collectively so many people working together to make the end result. The result for everybody.
It's a huge effort.
It was a huge effort.
But you had gone from a very solitary career, didn't you, really? Because when you're competing, you were on your own. This was teamwork.
Absolutely. Like even starting work this week, being on the South Mall in Cork at 10 o'clock in the morning and seeing everybody full of energy, I was like, this is a way too much activity for my brain at this time of the morning when I'm getting ready to do sessions. Or I could have gotten sick before doing a really hard session with the stress of it, and now you're out chatting to people, and it's lovely, like, and I love it, I enjoy it. You know?
So tell us about what it is you're doing now at the moment, because you're doing a bit of work for Bank of Ireland.
I always, like, On my off season, I always went around to schools, and with my own manager, Derry, I've done loads of corporate stuff about how we would organise my year, like in a business sense. And we teed up with the Bank of Ireland through my friend Liam as well. I had contacts there in Derry. We've been kind of looking for a few years as well what would be the right fit for me when I moved out of sport. And when I met Liam Sheedy and Sean Barley, and they were brilliant. And I couldn't get over the amount of support and the team aspect, and they want to give back to the community, and they want me to go out into the community and give my story to the secondary level schools and universities and to the business community, and you know, and involve the bank that way. So it's always something that I've been doing.
But you clearly enjoy that kind of work.
I love it, yeah, it's great. It's a lot less stressful than doing 40
So students and
Ks
pupils around the country might have you as their special guest at some point to encourage them.
My story then with the design, and it's life, it's not just athletics.
But you know what, I think you're not afraid to talk about the lows as well, the disappointments from a sporting point of view, but also from a financial point of view. There were rough patches, weren't there?
Oh, absolutely. Like when I look back on my career, like the better my results got, the better my funding got. So then directly I was able to invest more in my programme, and then my results in athletics got better, and it made things easier. But you know, in the early days, and I suppose in any business, I really thought I was the best, and I invested in myself, and just we lived in nothing, like. And I had Marion's back in then as well.
Oh,
we had nothing.
But when you're doing that, Rob, and because as Anna said, there have been lows, and lows must be those fourth places.
But
because you're so close to the medal after 2 years prep or 4 years prep, and particularly one of them you finished only 11 seconds out of the medals. Like after 20k or 50k.
I raced the European Cup that year, and I led the race for 17.5 kilometres, and I had a massive gap on the field, and I ended up getting past 3 Italians past me, and one guy passed me with like 200 metres to go. And I was so upset afterwards. My throat was after closing up, and I was in ribbons, in tears, going this is never going to happen. Then I finished fourth in the European Championships again twice, and it didn't affect me as much because I experienced that disaster.
Been through it,
But then I became more relaxed. And when you're more relaxed and you do the work...
But also when you gain experience, Rob, you said earlier on that you're watching the young fellas then coming up through it, and they're going they're real raw and they're hungry.
Yeah.
Does that make you think, now I know they're going to hit a wall at a certain point?
Oh, yeah,
absolutely. You've been through that.
You're right. Like I can remember in Moscow with Rizov. Regardless of what the Russians were doing, with the time that I did in London, I always remember going, you're 21. You haven't even lived. You don't realise what I've had to go through to get to this point. You're not, and I relished it. And I was like going, I'm going to crush you. Like, I'm going to really crush you over the next 10k, and I did. But then when in the last few years, I started respecting that person too much, and I was like, oh, they're young and hungry, I don't have it. And you start going, no, you need to get out. And I still went out, like, I was still athlete of the year last year, finished 8th in the world, but it was like, no, I never wanted to be a journeyman, and I could have still collected my full grant this year. I could have gone to the Olympics, but I said no.
Well, you know what? I'm sure Marion and the kids are delighted with the choice.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see after a couple of months.
Dancing with the Stars as well, you would say that was a really positive experience.
It was do you know, it was the best experience in my life. I loved it. I loved the commitment. I loved working with other people in a different field.
You had a lovely partner as well, didn't
she was brilliant, like, and her energy and her drive as well. And it made me realise, just if you have that passion and that desire for anything you do, you'll connect with people. So it was brilliant. I loved it.
You did really well.
Do it all again.
Well, listen, continued success in whatever you choose to do, because you will be a success in whatever you do, because you've got a great team behind you, and you're a driven man. So listen, continued success.
Thanks very much, lads. Thank you.
For coming
Thanks,
in.
Rob.
Thanks.
Now we've more race day styles on the catwalk. See you in a few.